Mackenzie Johnston with Livestock Digital Daily, bringing you your November 2nd cattle industry headlines. Brought to you by Ag Risk Advisors. They help you manage your risk so you can manage your operation. With over 20 years of experience, Ag Risk Advisors provide honest and transparent advice. They offer insurance solutions that help you minimize risk and maximize profitability for your farming and ranching operations. They might not be able to make it rain, but they can sure ease the pain. If you want to learn more about pasture, rangeland, forage insurance, go ahead and reach out to Ag Risk Advisors. They can help you understand what PRF insurance is all about and everything it can do for your operation. My family here in central Nebraska has used Ag Risk Advisors for some time now, and besides their insurance products being great, their customer service is top notch. So again, if you have any questions about PRF insurance or LRPs or any kind of insurance when it comes to your ag operation, go ahead and reach out to Ag Risk Advisors. According to Meeting Place, back in June of 2021, Wholestone Farms announced a $500 million pork processing plant to be built up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The plant would employ about 1,100 workers and would process upwards of 6 million hogs per year. But this summer, an organized opposition campaign with deep-pocketed backers, such as biofuel company Poet, the largest biofuel company in our nation, developed and collected signatures to add an initiative to the November 8th ballot. If this initiative is passed, the new measure would not only prohibit the expansion and alteration of any existing packing plants within the city, such as Smithfield's pork processing plant, it would also prohibit the construction of any new meat processing plants in Sioux Falls' city limits, effectively outlawing the construction of the Wholestone plant. So the interesting thing with all of this is Smithfield Foods is one of the two key parties not commenting on the opposition effort. In a statement to Kilo Land News, Smithfield said it has no position on the ballot initiative, and it also has no plans to build a new meat processing facility in Sioux Falls. Another interesting player that's staying out of the fight is Friends of the Big Sioux River, a water quality advocacy group that organizes around the health of the Big Sioux River. The anti-Wholestone opposition group has centered its campaign around water usage and sustainability, but Travis Entenmann, he's the managing director of Friends of the Big Sioux River, said the organization can't focus on every single business that comes in. And as long as Wholestone follows local and federal law, this isn't really a big issue. Wholestone Farms already owns the land on which the facility would be built. The company constructed a smaller butcher shop on the site, but a circuit court judge actually ruled against its operation last month. Also, even if the November 8th ballot fails and Wholestone has the green light to begin building this processing plant, there still remains potential legal challenges standing in the way of this processing plant. This update is also sponsored by Circle 5 Cow School. If you want to learn how to preg check your own cows or start AIing, Circle 5 Cow School is definitely the way to go. Here on November 25th and 26th, they are going to be down in Stanford, Kentucky, hosting a school. If you're in that area, I encourage you to check them out. And if you just want to check out their schedule, head on over to their website, circle5cowschool.com. That's the number 5 in there. Or you can go ahead and just give them a follow on Facebook. Drovers has reported the government of Mexico recently issued a decree describing an agreement with a number of private companies aimed at reducing prices of basic foods, including some pork and beef cuts, according to the U.S. Meat Export Federation, also known as USMEF. So earlier this year in May, Mexico announced duty-free imports of pork, beef, and poultry through the end of 2022 in an effort to combat food price inflation. But this new decree adds a new twist, an effort to allow imports from additional supplying countries. So the big question is whether or not Brazil will gain access to the Mexican beef and pork market. Mexico currently has a ban on Brazilian beef and pork due to foot and mouth disease running rampant through Brazil. Which is funny because here in the United States, we have opened our doors to meat imports from Brazil. Send all the meat our way, guys. It doesn't matter that you have foot and mouth disease running throughout your country. We just let it go here in the US. But of all places, Mexico, they put their foot down and they won't even import meat from Brazil. But that is a whole different conversation. So anyways, there's a chance Mexico could open their doors to Brazilian beef and pork, which would introduce more competition into the market. As it stands today, Mexico is the top importer of U.S. pork with a pork export value of $1.25 billion from January through August, just this year alone. This update is also sponsored by United States Cattlemen's Association. USCA's annual meeting and cattle producers forum is this December 8th through the 10th down in Nashville, Tennessee. They have quite a lineup of speakers, including Trey Wasserberger. He is one of the cattle producers involved with sustainable beef, the new processing plant that's going to be built down in North Platte, Nebraska. If you want to learn more about this event or get registered, head on over to www.uscattlemen.org. Finally, National Beef Wire has reported on average in September, U.S. ag prices were up 15.5% year over year. Fed cattle prices in September were $143 per hundredweight. On average, that was up 15.3% year over year. Calf prices in September were noted at $195 per hundredweight. On average, that was up 12.7% from last year. Cow prices were reported at $91.20 per hundredweight. That's up 25.1% year over year. Corn prices in September, they were $7.09 per bushel. That's up almost 30% compared to last year. And finally, hay of all types, whether we're talking about alfalfa or prairie hay, on average, that is up to $242. It was up to $242 per ton in September. That's up 25.4% since 2021. That is all I have for you guys this morning. I hope everyone's having a great week. You guys have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. I'll catch you on Friday morning.